from the T-Mobile Arena here in Las Vegas, Nevada, live on DAZN pay-per-view, we are set to go with a special flyweight attraction. It's all being brought to you courtesy of Mr. Eddie Hearn of Matchroom Boxing, in association with Canelo Promotions and Clase y Talento. We are sponsored by Hennessy. Never stop, never settle. BetMGM, the king of sportsbooks. AutoZone, MGM Rewards, Value, and Jurassic World Dominion. See it only in theaters June 10th. Introducing your three judges scoring this contest from ringside. From Nevada, Ricardo Ocasio. From Oklahoma, David Sutherland. And from New Jersey, Steve Weisfeld. And at the sound of the belt, your third man in the ring from Nevada, Michael Ortega. Now, ladies and gentlemen, 10 rounds of boxing scheduled in the flyweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the red corner wearing the black trunks with the gold trim. He scaled 113.8 pounds. His professional record, 15 wins, only 1 defeat. He has 6 wins coming by way of knockout. El Orgullo de Canalete, Cordoba, Colombia. Here is Jose Soto. And his opponent across the ring fighting out of the blue corner. He wears the black trunks with the gold trim. He scaled 112.4 pounds. He is undefeated in his campaign as a professional with a record of 14 wins, no losses, 1 draw, and 9 wins coming by way of knockout. Fighting out of Cancun, Quintana Roo, Mexico. Damas y caballeros, Joselito Velazquez.
Center. Yo quiero una pelea bien limpia. Buena suerte a los dos. Todas las manos.
So a good-looking flyweight matchup in our 4th and final bout here on Before the Bell. Corey Erdman and Chris Algieri on the call for you here today. Joselito Velazquez and Jose Soto. A couple of fighters looking to enter the world rankings. For Jose Soto, looking to get back in the world rankings. He's ranked number 13 by the WBA, as we referenced, prior to his disqualification loss to Ganigan Lopez. And Chris, you and I watched that fight not that long ago, rewatched that fight. You know, he was disqualified for excessive headbutts. They certainly weren't intentional headbutts. I think you could qualify it as kind of willful recklessness, but I think a lot of other referees wouldn't have stopped that fight. And prior to the stoppage, he was not only beating but hurting Ganigan Lopez.
Yeah, that was a very surprising end to that fight. Soto, he's just a rough guy. You know, he's in there with his head, he's in there with his elbows. He's very front forward, heavy over that front foot, as you can see in his stance right now. He likes to throw big, wide punches, so the head comes together at times. I don't think it was intentional. I don't think that fight should have been stopped.
Joselito Velazquez looking to get his right hand going here in the early going. So we mentioned the blemish on Soto's record. The draw on Velazquez's record, that came 2 fights ago against the 5-2 Carlos Mejia. That was in Tijuana last May. And frankly, I think that Velazquez was just kind of troubled by the aggression, the physicality of Mejia in that fight. And so if you're looking optimistically at Soto's chances in this fight, you know, maybe a little bit of that recklessness plays to his advantage.
Yeah, Corey, that's a great assessment. I think in that fight, Velazquez, like you said, I mean, the pressure, he just was kind of gun-shy at times because he had someone in front of him that was throwing big shots and being very aggressive. And honestly, that's exactly how Soto fights. Moments ago, we saw Soto was fighting out of the southpaw stance. Now he's back to the orthodox stance.
Soto will switch frequently, as we've seen in the past. Sometimes, frankly, that does cause headbutts because he kind of gets caught in transition as he's winging punches. Shot to the body there from Velazquez, and the heads nearly come together right away.
I think that's going to be always an issue with Jose Soto and just his style of fighting. In boxing terms, we would call that guy a billy goat. Never want to fight a Billy Goat. You end up with cuts and knots all over your forehead.
A couple of good shots to the body from Soto. There was a right hand and a left hook that connected right along the belt line. Looking to go back downstairs. Velazquez getting back on his jab. He says that Eddie Reynoso and working with Canelo personally as well have helped him improve his jab.
Velazquez, he's looking very, very tight right now. Explosive, firing out of that compact position. His hand position is fantastic. Beautiful right hand over the top there from Velazquez.
Good counter left hook there from Soto a moment ago as well. Some good action
And
here in our opening round.
You see Soto holding on tight there. That right hand might have had an effect.
No lo sueltes, te voy a quitar un punto.
A little bit of admonishment there for Jose Soto from the official as round 2 begins. Joselito Velazquez, Mexican Olympian from 2016, taking on Jose Soto. Reference that Velazquez, one of the newer members of the Eddie Reynoso camp. He was training alongside Oscar Valdez, who of course fought last week. And basically, every fighter in that camp has a fight coming up, which is a good atmosphere to be in for someone like Velazquez.
Oh, that's the best. I love it when we have a lot of fights in the gym. The energy's just different. Everybody's just on a next level, heightened level of instincts. And yeah, it just picks up everybody's energy. Everybody trains harder. Ooh, good body shot there from Soto.
Trying to come over the top of the right hand, but he got countered with a good left hook by Velazquez.
And you can see right away Velazquez has the advantage in speed and explosiveness, but Soto has got power, man. He's physically strong.
Now, one thing you pointed out is that Velazquez looked a little bit tight, and I don't think you meant that necessarily in a derogatory sense. I feel that Velazquez looks a little bit more compact than we've seen before.
Compact is a very good term for what Velazquez looks right now. He's very, very compact, explosive, and his hands are in great position.
Good right hand there from Velazquez. Soto tries to reply, but forced to tie up. And Velazquez talked about something very specific that Canelo has helped him with. He said he was sparring with bigger fighters, and he was having trouble blocking jabs. And Canelo has taught him how to do that. And when you look at Canelo and just how relaxed he is as he's bobbing and weaving and just parrying jabs away, like he's done against so many fighters in recent years, you can see why. I mean, that's a pretty good guy to learn from.
Yeah, I mean, if anything, over the years, I think that's been the biggest improvement to Canelo's game, has been his defense, his awareness, his head movement. I mean, it's second to none right now in the sport.
We just saw Velazquez parry away a couple of jabs, come back with his own. Come in handy against Soto, who, as we've seen throughout his career, loves to double that jab. He's very active with his left hand. There's 3 or 4 jabs in a row, then digs back down to the body.
Yeah, when he rips combinations, he's at his best. Ooh, good shots from both men there. Lead uppercut from Soto and the overhand right from Velazquez lands clean. There's another one.
Soto doesn't want to take too many of those in succession. Some good momentum building here for Velazquez.
Combination there from Soto on the inside. And I love flyweight fights. Guys throw a ton of punches.
Ooh, another right hand. That one might have rocked Soto. Soto's going to try and flurry out of this one, but I think Velazquez thinks he has Soto in a precarious position here. Not a lot of time to work with, and the seconds will tick away. We'll take a look at some of the action from round 2. A big one for Joselito Velazquez.
Nice lead uppercut there from Soto, and then an even bigger, nicer shot from Velazquez with the right hand over the top. Both men not having trouble finding each other thus far. There's another right hand over the top from Velazquez. You know what I'll say, Corey? The most impressive aspect that I've seen from, or the most impressed I am by Velazquez so far is his calmness, his demeanor. He's staying very within himself.
Round 3 begins. Now, I also kind of notice a change in the physique of Velazquez as well. He's very lean earlier in his career, a little more muscle-bound here tonight, and maybe paying dividends with those right hands that have rocked Soto thus far.
Yeah, he certainly looks more explosive than he has in the past. Even his head movement there. You know, he dips, he's very, very quick, very explosive. There's the jab.
And sometimes this is all it takes for a fighter. Just a change in trainers. Obviously, Freddie Rocha, a phenomenal trainer, but maybe for Velazquez, not quite the right fit. He found that Reynoso, with his insistence upon drilling defense and parrying these jabs, has made the difference for him.
I'm seeing a difference in the style for sure. He just threw a lead hook that looked very Canelo-esque.
Good body shots from Soto there. One thing to remember about Soto, yeah, he does have that loss on his record. It's a DQ loss. Soto believes, in effect, that he is an undefeated fighter.
I look at him as such. I believe that he should have won that fight, or at least been allowed to continue that fight, and he was at the time winning.
Perfect counter from Velazquez. A couple of left hooks connect. There was a right hand in that sequence as well. Soto was here for it, but it's Velazquez getting the best of these exchanges.
Nice dig to the body there from Velazquez. Got a little mouse under the eye of Velazquez.
Soto's definitely getting his licks in as well, but the eye-catching shots to this point have primarily come from Velazquez.
Yeah, I would say he's definitely been more effective and has been able to, seems like, affect his opponent more. Soto's been taking the punch as well, but some of the shots definitely had him in a bad way.
Less than a minute left to go in round 3. This one's scheduled for 10. Flurry to the body from Velazquez. Just leaning on Soto. Replies with a right hand, now working out of the southpaw stance.
Nice short shots on the inside from Velazquez. Very accurate work from the Olympian. Good body shot there. Soto felt that.
There was a hard right hand from Soto to the body as well, but again, if they're trading punches, he's not getting the better of the proposition.
Yeah, and that's usually what he likes. He likes a firefight. He likes guys to trade with him because he does have power. But Velazquez is just getting there quicker and more explosive.
See some of the work from Joselito Velazquez from the last round.
Some beautiful shots here from Velazquez. It was a counter left hook that had Soto in trouble, and then the overhand right as Soto was trying to throw with him. Both landed very well. Hard, clean shots from Velazquez all night long.
Round 4 underway, and reading body language and the miming of the corner in Joselito Velazquez. Looks to me, Chris, like they want Velazquez to start coming up the middle, maybe start shooting some uppercuts.
Yeah, I think off of his defense, off of that tight hand position that he has, those uppercuts could be an effective weapon. I wouldn't mind seeing him focus a little more towards the body. Soto has a long torso. And with those wide punches that he throws, there are opportunities to sneak body shots in there.
Soto's been focused heavily on body work here so far. Velazquez has done some good work downstairs as well. And there's Soto again with a good left hook.
There's that stance I was talking about with Soto, fighting so heavy over his front foot.
And I think because of that stance, Chris, we've seen this from Soto in the past. One thing he'll often do is kind of finish a shot and just let his weight carry him to the opposite stance. But Velazquez is standing so firm and standing his ground, he's been able to capitalize that on the inside right there.
Yeah, Velazquez has fought a brilliant fight in order to not make those head collisions a factor, which can really throw you off your game. Good right hand to the body there from Velazquez.
Soto really following through and falling forward with that right hand. He got caught with a chopping shot from Velazquez.
Soto really swings those body shots, man, with both hands. Right hand and left hook, there's another one.
Trading body shots. Soto, good volume here on the inside.
Yeah, neither man showing a whole lot of footwork.
Left hand to the body, right hand to the body from Soto. Good work. The man from Canelo, Colombia.
There you see the physical strength of Velazquez on the inside, able to just muscle Soto into the corner when they got close.
These are still early stages of the fight as well, so even if you think that Velazquez is winning these rounds, he's still taking hard body shots, and Soto could punch. You never know what could happen. One of these shots could change the trajectory of this bout. A hard right hand from Velazquez. And another one. Soto squaring up on the inside, and he is paying for it.
Those are some heavy shots. Oh, another good overhand right. Catches Soto.
Soto tries to settle himself after that right hand, but comes back with a flurry. Good action in round 4. Well, a firefight broke out in round 4 here, Chris.
Yeah, I mean, Soto had some success. He landed some nice combinations, really started to let his hands go. Velazquez was staying just along with him and then really started to pick it up toward the end of the round, landing some big shots there. You see the big left hook over the top, which had Soto holding on a little bit.
Round 5 begins. This fight turned out to be a little bit of an inside battle in round 4. Jose Soto starting to kind of force the issue in making Velazquez work on the inside. It'll be up to the judges who's getting the better of these exchanges, but Jose Soto has certainly shown himself to be a brave fighter. He got the call for this fight about 2 months ago. He said, sure. Got the call 2 years ago to fight Bam Rodriguez, and he said, sure, I'll take that also. So he's hunting for tough challenges, and he's giving Joselito Velazquez exactly that tonight.
Soto's actually having some good success when he gets on his feet a little bit. I'm not used to really seeing him be able to circle around the ring, but he does it quite well, especially when he stops and fires combinations. Digging to the body on both sides.
Soto with a very kind of loose, relaxed, slinging delivery. Hard body shots. Velazquez comes down the pipe with the right hand. You get the sense that Soto's kind of settling into a rhythm here, Chris.
Yeah, I mean, he's finding he's having some success when he's using his feet and just firing combinations from the outside using his height, even if he doesn't have that much of a reach advantage.
Right hand comes over the top from Velazquez. Some rough stuff on the inside, but no head clashes to speak of so far. Maybe Soto being particularly careful after what happened against Gannigan Lopez.
I don't think it's so much him. I believe it's Velazquez. Between his balance and his hand position, he's not leaving a lot of room for the heads to come together.
Inside the final minute of round 5.
Catch and shoot there from Velazquez.
Soto just keeps slinging punches here. You know, not all of these are landing, but he's consistently keeping Velazquez's hands occupied.
Yeah, that's a great point, Corey. Oh,
there's another one. A slapping right hand, and back comes Velazquez with one of his own. Excellent stuff here from Velazquez and Soto.
Better round for Soto this round, but still taking a lot of heavy shots. Jose Soto showing some good durability in this fight.
Oh, and that shot might have strayed a little bit low. The referee certainly thinks so. And a warning for Velazquez.
Good warning, that was a very low shot.
I guess it wouldn't be a Jose Soto fight without fouls becoming an issue. That'll do it for round 5.
Without the referee's involvement.
Let's take a look at how low this low blow was, Chris.
Yeah, from what I saw, it looked pretty. Yeah, that was low. That was under the belt line. Those shots hurt.
Round 6 begins, and thus far it has been the volume of Jose Soto and the precision of Joselito Velazquez. We're seeing a lot of exchanges that are, 8 punches from Soto, but maybe 2 from Velazquez, and one of them is a right hand that snaps Soto's head back.
Yeah, I think the second half of this fight is going to be very interesting. Soto is getting himself more into the fight. He's shown a great beard, taking big shots like that one, that left hook and that right hand. But as you said, Corey, it seems like some of those combinations and his rhythm are starting to be effective.
Soto is setting the big left hook connects from Velazquez, and Soto is in trouble. He's firing back. He says he wants more. I don't think he should. Down goes Jose Soto.
Huge counter left hook shots.
And that's it. Joselito Velazquez, a brilliant left hook knockout, and the referee makes the decision to wave this one off. Not a fierce protest from Soto or his corner right now about that one being waved off.
I mean, I would have liked to see a little bit more, but you never know. What a referee sees in a man's eyes when he gets up. But wow, I mean, Velazquez, tremendous left hooks. And Soto just was in there, said, he waved him on. He was, let's exchange, let's throw. And he got caught again, went down hard.
Yeah, Soto basically asked for the knockout, and he got what he asked for. At the beginning of that round, we referenced kind of the tenor of this fight, which is that Soto was throwing more, but Velazquez was able to stand in the fire and land the harder shots. That's exactly how he ended this fight.
Yeah, I mean, it looked like the fight was going to get very interesting, and I mean, man, it did, but not the way I expected.
Right. The biggest win of the career of Joselito Velazquez so far. Will improve to 15-0. That's the 10th knockout of his career. And you certainly have to look at the improvements he's made under the Reynoso camp. All right, let's make this one official. Let's send it down to Mr. David Diamante.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Michael Ortega calls a halt to this contest. The official time of the stoppage, 1 minute and 6 seconds of round number 6. Your winner by TKO, he's still undefeated, Joselito Velazquez.